upset. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
What's going on, good people, man? Look, we back at it again. It is the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. I'm your host, or one of your hosts, Jay Walker III. That's my co-host, Carolina Dirt 803. What's good, player?
It's the official Hump Day Happy Hour tapping, bro. That just means we're closer to the weekend.
Closer to the weekend, closer to a good fellowship day. I'm trying hard not to call it Thanksgiving no more, but good fellowship coming up. What's good, man?
Shit. I mean, nah, I ain't mean to say it like that, man. You know, it's blessed and highly favored, man. You know, even on the down days, you gotta think that you're blessed to be here to see the down days. So,
man, look, you better say that again, man. It's hard out here for a pimp and everybody else too.
Yeah,
but
man.
For this tap in, we bringing in a fan favorite, a returning guest, Mrs. House Therapy, Mrs. Tawanda Gray. How you doing this evening?
What's up? What's up, fellas? I'm good. I gotta put my
man.
phone down.
Yeah, you late and all. You made us look bad, black folk, bro.
Oh, God.
Don't pay that man no attention, because he got to give everybody a hard time.
That's all right. He can have that one.
It ain't nothing to it. We glad that you're here with us today. So you know how I go, man. We're going to go ahead and start with a first call. And
oh, God.
we just going to do that little temperature check. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know I'm not good at this. You know I'm not good at this.
Oh, man, you're not worried about that. Well, let's start with that. What you sipping on over there?
Some sangria.
A little sangria for the people. Little red wine, get the blood flowing.
Speak a lick of English. Hey, I can't speak a lick of English. I mean, Spanish. I said,
okay. As long as it ain't teleport, we good.
Yeah, as long as it ain't teleport.
We good.
Okay. So I'm gonna do let's do some snacks. Let's do some goodies. Oreo cookies or Chips Ahoy?
Chips Ahoy.
Okay. Lights on, lights off.
Lights off.
Favorite pair of shoes all time?
I don't know.
You got Crocs, you got stilettos, you got house shoes.
I'm gonna go with J's.
Okay, J's on my feet.
Yeah, I love some J's. Yeah.
All right. What car that you owned or had access to growing up that got you in the most trouble?
My grandfather had a Buick. I was raised by my grandfather and my great grandmother. So think about it. I'm young, they're old. He had a Buick, and I used to like sneak and drive it and take it places and do stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a good. We talking about something from the 80s? Super long?
Oh yeah, absolutely super long. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Tearing up stuff when you're trying to turn, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
And then we'll go with the question. White room, white table, 2 empty chairs. You got a chair for yourself. Who you want to talk to, dead or alive? Who you want to have a conversation with?
I'm gonna have to still go with my baby sister.
Okay.
I'm
You got one more.
Probably my mom too.
Okay.
Those two. Those were my besties.
As it should be. As it should be. That's my 5.
Well, see, you took it easy on me. You took it easy on me.
I tried.
You did.
All right.
Oh, okay, troublemaker.
If there was if the purge start tonight, what's the first thing you gonna do?
Damn.
If the purge start tonight, what's the first thing I'm gonna do? Yo, there's this one person that I want to put my hands on. Yo, I would like for real, pull up on that person.
Right.
So you going out in the purge?
Hell yeah.
Okay. I ain't mad.
What the hell I'm hiding for?
Hey, she black. She gonna be the first one to get it. All right.
You know what? You know what? Woo, I see right now. It's gonna be me and you tonight.
Somebody said they can't hear. It sounds loud on our end, but
Oh, hold on. I can't even get to the comments. Hold on.
Hey, you got one job. You got one job.
I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
can
who's
you see the comments on that's YouTube?
On Facebook. I mean, yeah, that's Facebook.
Okay, go to YouTube for me.
all right, who is your favorite on-screen friendship? Who or whom?
Yes.
Favorite on-screen friendship, whether it be TV shows or movies.
Oh, see you on-screen friendship. You know what?
Yeah.
Can I pick a group?
I mean, it's up to you. It's your question.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the ladies from Living Single.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Because you had every type of woman up in there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
There wasn't no thoughts though. You need one good thought.
I don't know. Max was giving it up. There's a lot of episodes Max was talking about giving it.
Max wasn't no thought though.
She wasn't no thought, but she was giving it up. She was
giving it up.
Regine was giving it up.
Okay.
All right.
Goal in mind.
We'll put you on the show Fear Factor. What you not gonna do?
None of that shit. Right? Did you just say I'm black?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
favorite holiday movie.
Favorite holiday movie? You know what? Oh God, what is it? Is it Best Man, the holiday one where the girl dies? Is that Best Man? You know what I'm talking about with Morris Chestnut and all them?
Oh yeah.
Was that Best Man?
Right.
Best Man holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best Man holiday.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, and my last one, ski resort or a beach condo?
Beach condo. I don't like the cold weather. Beach condo.
All right, my bonus question. Name me somebody, a better DJ than Tony.
No.
Okay.
I know that's right.
That's a good one.
That's what you call loyalty right there.
Yeah, whether you're wrong or right, that's loyalty.
Bam.
All right, that was first call. Thank you, Tawanda.
Big shout out to DJ Tony Gray. I just saw him pop up in the chat.
Oh, Lord, everybody texting me. See, everybody's so used to me promoting. Hold on, y'all.
You know we live, right?
Okay. I know. Okay. If you can't comment on Facebook, because they're telling me that they can see, they can hear, but
go to YouTube.
They can't comment on Facebook. So go to YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm about to say they on YouTube. I see some Facebook comments. I'm not sure what they got going on.
You see
you can go to YouTube and put it in the bottom of the bottle on YouTube, and you'll catch this live also and the playback.
And the link is on my page.
Yeah, go ahead.
She be on her job now. You got to give her credit for that.
Okay.
Yeah, she do.
They be so used to me. I'm sorry. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh no, we just vibing, man. Look, your boy said he was gonna run for president again, man. How you feel about that?
Why you playing? Why you playing? See, first of all,
He did say he was gonna run though.
He my boy. First of all,
Everybody need an orange
He did
homeboy.
say he was gonna run though.
no, no.
No, he didn't win the
But,
first time, and then the people that he fooled the first time that felt like they got fooled, they not gonna vote for him anyway.
Mm-mm.
So
I think that there's a lot of people that I guess it depends who's running against him also.
Yeah.
Because there's people that believe he'll stand strong because all these people, these PPP loans, I just shared it in our group, they going after. But the same shit, you're going after them, but Biden is trying to get more funding to help Ukraine. Like we got people out here losing houses and jobs and everything else, and you want to give money for suppliers to help the Ukraine. Like you got to help in house first, especially if you're trying to get reelected. But you're gonna go after the people with the PPP loan. So you're gonna give the people that you're gonna give people across the ocean money and support, but you won't give it to the people here. So that's how he's probably gonna. That might be his angle.
It might be. I'm just at this point. It's like it don't matter. We fucked either way.
You right. I just thought I'd throw that out there for the people that haven't been paying no attention.
I'm just saying. Either way, we not gonna come out of this good, just ugly.
I mean, it's already heading into a recession. I already thought we was in a recession, but they said we're heading into a recession. But I already thought we was in a recession anyway. So things are going downhill. They got to go down before they go up, so they say, but they really don't. There was they were telling us before when they were getting out stimulus checks, everybody say, the shit ain't free, but certain people, simple-minded, thought it was free. You got to know they're going to come back for their money. Absolutely. Who does the IRS not go after?
Absolutely. Like people was like, why y'all won't go ahead and jump on that PPE loan and then y'all can like do this event, do that, pay them? No. Because
they'll know when they normally get that $6,500 return and it's 24.
They was coming for their money. They fell for the okie doke.
They didn't.
It was for the typical. It's like, look over here. Look, I'm giving you this. You not giving me nothing.
But also, you got to think, then people really did have a chance to start a business. Technically, that money did give them a chance. They chose not to take that chance. They should have rolled the dice on it.
And you know what? Like, there are some legit people that did it the right way. And I hope they kept their receipts and did it the right way, because you're right. That was a good jump start for people who have been struggling to start their own businesses and just didn't have the capital to do it. But then you got us's that be like, yo, y'all writing checks? Y'all doing it like that? I'm going to take it. You stupid enough to give it to me? I'm going to take it.
Dino said they hired 87,000.
Yeah.
They going to catch everybody.
They got 10 years to catch you. They got 10 years to catch you. You got to, and you know what else? And this is just an afterthought. That was our chance to bring the Black Wall Street back if we just would have funded our money and found a little city. That was our chance. Like, that's just me thinking about it now. I didn't apply for it regardless, but if we would have thought about it, knowing what we were headed to, that was our chance to start our own Black Wall Street. Buy a small town. I think there was a small town in Georgia. They were talking about less than $2 million for the whole town. That was our chance to start a Black Wall Street.
Absolutely.
But the stock market's going to crash, which means 401k is going to go down and everything else. So, like I said, we're already in a recession. They just don't want to claim it, but there are people claiming we're in a recession. So things are about to get bad for the next year. So I see so many homeless people on the street. It's sad now.
Oh yeah, we're so far down the hole. I mean, what can you do?
It's unfortunate because I see the same things happening that happened, 10, 12 years ago with the housing market.
Yep.
The automobile industry. Like, you want to sell cars, but cars is more expensive than they ever been, which is it's natural, but even used cars, because like everything is being taxed. Everything is being taxed.
And interest rates crazy.
You lying? I mean, These hoes out here even, putting taxes on their poo now. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Well, they should give tax credit for that.
I know that's right.
I'll drink to that.
Well, we a week off of Indigenous Peoples Day, Fellowship Day, whatever you want to call it. Nobody wants to call it Thanksgiving anymore, and we probably shouldn't. So what you looking forward to next week?
Oh, actually, next week we are headed to Jersey. We're going to a Black Friday house music event.
Okay.
So we'll be up there from Wednesday to Saturday, hanging out with people up in Jersey, house music community. So
that should be dope.
Oh,
that should be very dope.
And we're having Thanksgiving dinner with Elias and his family. So we're going to be seeing a whole bunch of people that we see on the internet and not being able to see in person. And of course, Tony's from Newark, so we're going to we're going to be like nonstop.
Well, that's dope to keep those connections. You know what I'm saying? Like we always talk about the internet life versus real life.
Right.
So for you to connect those dots, that's real dope.
Absolutely. Because I want people to be able to, see who we are on and off the net, because we are who we are.
And continue to build a brand.
Absolutely.
As we should.
So that just means you ain't cooking. That's an excuse not to cook.
Oh, you're right. I'm not. Bruh.
She said it wasn't an accident.
Yeah, she set that shit up on purpose. That shit, we definitely going Thanksgiving. I ain't cooking shit.
Nah, nothing.
And I got the paper plates. I'll bring the paper plates and forks.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So Tawanda, let's get into the business aspect. I know you talked about it briefly on the last time I was on. So what's your introduction to house music?
Well, I was introduced to house music, of course, by Tony, my husband. Didn't know anything about it. Didn't know what it was. When we started dating.
Hold up, time out. Ain't you from up north? I ain't gonna say Alabama. Ain't you from up north?
I was born in Newark, but I left when I was 9 years old.
Okay, all right. So you don't have you have a reason not to know house music. All right, go
exactly.
On. All right,
thank you.
It threw me off.
Threw you off? Yeah. Okay. But don't get it twisted now.
All right.
I still got, I drank the water, nigga. I drank the water.
All right.
I got that same lead poisoning everybody else got. But
no, don't do it.
Don't get it twisted. See, you starting already.
We that last generation. We was drinking out the hose. Right.
Drinking out the hose.
But so he did a Luther Vandross remix for me for house. And then he just started introducing some R&B remixes, and then he started introducing me to basically house music and explaining it to me and all that. And I fell in love with it along falling in love with him. So it's just a part of me now. Like you said, I was raised in Alabama. I was raised in the South. So yes, I still have that other side, that Luke, that Luda, he can't stand it. I'm telling you, we was in the car. Right? So we had the radio on. So I crank up, I think Luda or somebody was on. So I'm jamming it. He looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm listening to Luda. But he's like, that ain't no motherfucking music. I was like, oh, hell no. Hold on. What we not going to do is disrespect the girl.
Now look, the South is here, and we always have something to say.
Listen, let me tell you, don't get it, boy. I'm telling you, it's so funny because me and him would argue back and forth. My son damn near pop popcorn sitting there watching us. He know his mama. So he was like, shit, who gonna win this fight? Because he already knew. When I was going like this, What you not gonna do? Yeah. He was like, let me pop my
Man,
popcorn.
I want to
because
be put. I
you
want to
know
put
me
my
behind
hands
it.
between them claps. When people do that, I just be wanting to put my hands. Just stop that clap. Just stop that clap. Put pause on.
Paul-
Put a pause. Shit.
But Tony, yeah, he introduced me to house music, and we've been rolling with it, ever since. Of course, he had house therapy before he met me. And when I came along, I learned about it. I asked him, what could I do to contribute? So he was like, yo, if you can just promote my show. At that time, he was just doing Thursday. He was like, you can just promote my Thursday show. I was like, okay, cool. At the time, I did not do social media. I didn't have Facebook. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have no social media. So I opened up a Facebook page and then just started promoting his show. And then as I did that, I would start going into other people's chat rooms, other, house music DJs and stuff like that, meeting the people, talking to the people, just, loving on the house community. I always call myself a baby house head because I don't know as much as most house heads do. I got my ear from listening to Tony play and knowing as far as like the tight mixing and how he plays and what goes with what and stuff like that. So I have developed an ear for the music. He would always say, check this track out, let me know, if it's hot or whatever, and we'll discuss how to play it, what to mix it with, stuff like that. So we just kind of like built this. I don't even know. I don't know. We just kind of vibe like that.
Y'all have a system that works for y'all.
Go to your room. Okay.
What the hell?
You got an unruly visitor?
The dog. He wants
Leave
to
that dog be, man.
No.
We do not condone any abuse of any household pets by any means.
I said, go to your room. That's all I said. Now, you didn't see no shoe fly across the room. You ain't see me get a belt.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
We are special people when it comes to our pets. But you know what? I see a lot more of us turning dogs into people.
Oh, yeah. Having conversations.
Right.
Yeah.
But they'll make you do that. So you growing up in the South, like you had a short upbringing in the North and you coming down South, that transition from you getting with Tony and starting to learn about that house music, like you said, y'all had arguments about it. How long did it take you to let go of what you knew versus what he was teaching you?
I haven't. What are you talking about?
Because it's jamming.
And I'm not.
Right.
Who knows? At this point, after 6 years, like he'll go in the man cave and make me a mix. Like he'll make me a mix that has nothing but hip hop. He'll give me my T.I., my Luda, my Jeezy, my whatever. Like he'll just go in there and do it. He'll be like, here you go, babe. I'm like, okay.
So you also brought him into your world. As long being placed in his world, you also brought him into your world.
Hey, Tony in there mixing and cursing at the same time. This is some bullshit. This shit garbage. Yeah. What's wrong with her? I'm gonna teach her ass. I'm gonna learn her something today. Tony and that mixing, mad as hell, cursing you out at the same time. She, I'm gonna get her ass. She just don't know.
It's like we always say though, like if you a certain age, you watch the whole thing happen. You watched,
right?
Like I remember disco being big, and I'm too young for disco to be like a primary for like what I was listening to. But then the advent of hip hop, and then the navigation from New York and New Jersey and B-more to the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? And then it comes down south and it finds a home. You know what I'm saying? So what are some of your favorite mixes that he's done?
Oh wow. That's a hard one. Like because he's done so many.
Right.
And anything that he's done when he tipsy, when he had that yellow cup.
Okay.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. Like
I seen what he did with Luther Vandross, man, and it like Luther don't need no help, but he brought new life. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I love about him. Like he could take a record and he could play it one way, and then he can play it another way. It's like he makes that record and put it with another one, and it sounds like a totally different record, like a whole different sound. Like it's just the boy good. I keep him around for a reason. He good.
Once you learn the whole house music shit, and then of course you're Southern, so you hear the DJ dramas and the Khaled's and all the Southern mixes. Do you got more respect for the house music DJing more so than like the other hip hop DJs? Or is it about the same respect, or is it a different art?
I think it's different, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's different because, and I never thought being, and I'm always say this, being this baby househead, listening to househead DJs and then the hip hop DJs, I never thought that line of drama would be the same. I always thought like in house music, it's supposed to be about love, community, unity, you know what I'm saying? And then like, because I'm older, I'm 53, and because I'm older, house music for me was like, is at that point where it's like, okay, that's my my toned down music. Does that make sense? Because I'm vibing. At 53, I'm vibing. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. So I ain't gotta, be dropping it and all that now. Can't do it no way. But now
I'm about to say shit is yours now.
I'm gonna say, let me find out you got a good knees challenge in you.
Hey, that bitch give out. She be on Amazon tomorrow trying to find a new knee.
No, but
let me get a prime shipment of a new knee overnight.
But being able to be on this side of it and seeing what happens in the background of it, like I told Tony, I was like, they do know, like, this is house music. This is not hip hop. Like, they beefing for real. Like, for what? Ain't none of y'all making no money. Like, come on. Stop saying you doing this for the love of house, because you not. We do this shit for the love of house. When you losing money, when you throwing events for motherfuckers that won't show up, we be like, but when you gonna do a party, we gonna be there, and then don't. But we still do us, and we still keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, for us, it is for the love. You
for
feel
sure.
me? So it's crazy to me, the stuff that I see behind the scenes. And I told my husband I was going to behave myself.
We knew better.
Well, we damn sure knew better. But
we forgot the disclaimer. The views of Tawanda Smith-Gray are not the views of House Therapy.
Yeah, Tony posted that the other day. But I wanted to ask you, like, as far as, because you said you talked about the money, and you said it on a past episode about the money, and y'all do it for the love.
Absolutely.
Most people that's really into art don't do it they do it for themselves first. And then if money comes, it comes. And I think, like, from talking to you and Tony separately, watching you post, watching you manage, watching you promote, it doesn't seem like y'all do it for the physical accolades.
Right.
So when you see other DJs just DJ and you don't see the feel, you don't see the bop, you don't see what Tony has or the other people within y'all house therapy group have, like, do you think it hurts the craft because they want the money? Like, house music ain't up there like other DJs as far as rap music and all that. So you got to do it for the love. So when you see somebody focusing on the money more so than the art, do you like not look down on them, not like just feel like you fucking it up?
Not necessarily, because some people actually eat off of it. Some DJs, that's all they do. So I get that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna grind. They're gonna be on certain cards, certain events because they need that because that's what they eat off of. That's what they pay their mortgage off of. But when you got people that are in the same lane that we are, where they have quote unquote jobs and they just do this, for the love, for the culture, but at the same time, you're behind people's back being grimy. And that's my
But
thing. That's what, like, for me, I be want to be like, yo, don't, bruh, stop. You know what I'm saying? It's so much, like, you got DJs out here stealing other DJs mixes and claiming it as their own.
True.
It's just so much that goes on behind the scenes. Do you know how many times I have quit this thing? I have been like, yo, I'm not doing this no more. For one, because I can't punch nobody in the face. For two, you won't let me,
Let's keep our hands to ourselves, cuz.
You won't let me call people out, like, bruh. Like,
I think some people do need to be called out, though. Like, in general, regardless of what you're doing in life, some people do need to be called out.
And it's funny, like, once you call certain people out and put them on Front Street, they'll go sit down. You feel what I'm saying? But some people feel like they keep doing stuff and nobody wants to say anything because they don't want to be the bad person or they don't want to be seen as negative or nothing like that. I don't get it. Why is it when somebody speak their truth, they're negative? But when that same person come to your backyard, then all of a sudden you can put them on blast or you can do your little long post on Facebook and it's okay. But let me do it or somebody else do it. Yo, man, you need to talk to your wife. She need to. No. The
you
first
know why?
thing my husband, my mouth is, no, I don't.
But you know why, ain't it?
Why?
Because they can hear you clapping. I told that much.
Yeah.
I know she.
You like to see me clap.
Just put my hand
in. I see you got cosigners.
Yeah.
I see you got cosigners.
See that, my gangster girl.
Oh shit.
But you know what? Like, what I will say is the energy that house music brings is completely different. Like, you go to some events and they just want to. Everybody is a wallflower. You know what I'm saying? The house music does bring it out of you, man. So that's dope energy that y'all bring to the people. How is the demographic like when you get to especially up top where it's kind of born and raised? Do y'all see that younger generation gravitating along with it?
A little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. You can see it, but I don't know. It's like you have to make it relatable for them. Even like for my sons, like wait, how old are you, Buddha? I think my sons are like 34, 35, something like that. So, anyway, but like when Tony make mixes, like he would have to incorporate, certain songs that they kind of grew up on with me to pull them in. It's like, oh, okay. I never heard that before. And it's like, but it's the same song. Tony just mixed it with something else. Now it's saying sounds brand new to them. So you got to spoon feed it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Spoon, right. And I had to like tell my husband that because we have those conversations too. Like his ego will come out and he'd be like, yo, I've been doing this for 40 years. I know what I'm doing, blah, 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 blah. And then I have to like, like, hey, come on back. That was 40 years ago. This is now. Right. You're in the South. Now let me show you how we're going to do it.
So and you need that bridge.
Yeah. So
absolutely. Trust and believe it. And he knows it. He always like, you're not good for my ego. I'm like, bruh, I'm perfect for your ego. Because I don't feed that bitch.
Damn. Okay.
I don't feed that.
No, you don't.
If you're going to get on the stage, you're going to do it the right way. You feel me? So I'm in the room. I'm filling the room. I'm talking to the people. That's what I'm here for. To let you know what's vibing, what's working, what's not, whatever. Because sometimes he'll start playing and he starts playing for himself. And it's like you could do that up top because you have house heads, people who hear it every day, people who love their classics, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but when you're here, you've got only a handful of people that's migrated this way, or you have people that are from here and want something different. And it's like, okay, I'll try this out, but you can't just throw house music out there like that to them here. You have to mix it or spoon feed it to them in the music.
So has he put like the down south rappers on house music, like to intrigue the younger generation?
Oh, absolutely not. Now that'll never happen.
Because it won't work, or because he chooses not to. Because if you find your niche,
I'm thinking for Tony, he's choosing not to.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you find his niche, if he finds his niche where it's relatable, I think that brings the younger generation. Because like even my pops, like our pops plays. Well, you met our pops, but like he'll play the old shit, right? So then the younger generation, like me and my brother, like we'll be sitting back talking, and we'll be like, "Man, didn't that rapper just sample that shit?" So then it triggers, and then we hear the old shit. So it's kind of like the same thing. Like the younger generation be like, "Man," like they not recognizing that old instrumental or that house instrumental, and then you be like, "That nigga got Gucci on that," and then they'll start bopping to it. But it's just one of those things to trigger the younger generation, because the younger generation wants the instant now, and that house music. The house music beat really kind of is up tempo, so that's like instant now. And they hear Gucci on it or Luda on it or one of these younger rappers. It's like it's that thing. You just need them to run down the rabbit hole, because we do it all the time. Like on the weekends, we'll run down the rabbit hole. We might start with hip hop in our age range,
right,
and just keep deep diving. Next thing you know, we're listening to Simply Red.
Right. You know what? That's so crazy. Like he will take a beat from the Bee Gees or something and put it with, R&B, or put it with a house track, like, and make a whole new sound and a whole new song. But that's the thing. That's the thing about him too. He studied music so much. Like there's this thing that him and I do, and if we're in the car, he'll be like, "Yo, you hear that in the background? That's such and such. And I'd be like, nigga, who hears that?
Right.
Like, bruh, there's so many sounds that's going on, but he would hear something that's so particular, and I'd just be in the car like random shit. Like you just random. Like
that's the musicianship.
Yes, and then he'll start quizzing me. Like, I bet what movie was that song in, and yada yada, and who wrote such and such and such.
But see, he putting you up on game though. So again, he's still giving you the education on, his love. You know what I'm saying? While you develop yours. I feel like y'all's dynamic is needed. You know what I'm saying? We talk about it all the time about, you got couples and somebody has some talent or they're doing something and the other person is not necessarily supportive of it.
Right.
The way that you support him, the critique that you give him, you know what I'm saying? Well, I could easily say you're doing a great job, but you know what I'm saying? And it not coming from a dangerous place or a negative place, man. So that is, what would you say? And we talked about it on the other show. Like, what do you say to other couples that might be in a situation like this, where maybe the wife has an endeavor or the husband has an endeavor, and that person is not necessarily supportive? They're not negative, but they're not necessarily helping them along.
If you love that person, you will find a way to be supportive. Like I said, I didn't know anything about house music. I didn't do social media. Like, to be where I am now with him in this thing, to be talking to you guys, like, I never saw that coming. I never wanted that because I'm shy. I like being. Did you just
what the hell?
What the hell?
I said, who's shy?
I am. Y'all.
Tawanda, you came on with the forehead glowing. Tawanda, you came on with the forehead glowing. It was out there. That shit was out there.
I'm shy. Why do people? I'm shy. I'm shy.
First
So
I heard of it.
Tony don't sound like it. Tony don't sound like he believe that.
you can't trust
Neither
me.
does the chat room.
Hey, I'm shy. I said
This chat room.
I am. I'm a shy person. So
You
to
see
be
that? You see that
where
comment,
I
Tawanda?
am,
Tawanda, you see that comment?
shut up, direct. Anyway, I am shy, but to be where I am, like to support him, I had to like step outside of myself when it comes to that to be there for him. So as far as, and I always say this, like everybody is not me. I get it. But if you're married to someone who has a talent that's doing something with their craft or whatever, you owe it to them. If you are married to them, in a relationship with them, whatever the case, yes, you owe it to them to support that in any way that you can support that. Like,
So
I know I am that rare person that I am at 99% of his events. I carry speakers. I break down equipment. I set up equipment. I promote for him. I manage the Google account. We've got the House in the South group page. We've got the House in the South Facebook page, the I Am Mrs. House Therapy, the DJ Tony Gray page, the Instagrams, the Google, like his Mixcloud, the radio stations he's on. Like in between working a full-time job and taking care of home, it's a lot. Don't think it's not a lot. It's a lot.
I hope Tony hear this. You told me you gonna shut this shit down. Ain't nobody work around this bitch. This shit is over.
We've had those conversations because I can come home and it's like, yo, I need you to call so-and-so and do this, and I need you to set this up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm the accountant. Like I got spreadsheets for house therapy. Like I'm trying to keep up with receipts from events, from this, from that. When you ordering equipment, laptops, I had to get a amp or this or that, and I gotta go do, I'm like, what the? So I've had to like say, look, I'm your wife first, then comes Mrs. House Therapy. So it's been times where I've had to like shut him down and be like, okay, you do it. You want the artist.
You take gonna trade all. So Tawanda, what do you think? Not Tony. What do you think you need for Tony to succeed? Not what Tony needs. What do you think you need? Matter of fact, forget not Tony. What do you think house therapy needs to succeed?
House therapy needs, I think, more support as far as people actually showing up for house therapy and showing up for Tony. There's a lot of lip service in this business. And my thing is this, I always tell people, you ain't got to lie. You don't have to say, I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to show up, and don't. I'd rather that you just don't show up. And I tell people all the time, I don't care if it's nobody but me and Tony in that room or 1,000 people in that room. You're going to get the same energy from me. The same energy. So when you're partying with us, there is no sitting down on your phone. There's none of that because I interact with the people. I get them on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? I let people know, we appreciate you being here. When people walk in the door, you know what I'm saying? Like I've already, like when we have events and we do stuff, I've already budgeted money for people that I'm going to buy drinks for. So you walk in and you know what I'm saying? I might come up, what you drinking? First drinks on us. House therapy got you. You know what I'm saying? Like with my house therapy squad. I don't know how they became the house therapy squad, but it's a handful of people that are always in the chat room, that's always promoting for us, that always has our back, no matter what. So
that's how you know you're doing the right thing.
Right. I send them t-shirts. Like I check up on them. Like they're actually family to us. And that's the difference with us in house therapy. When I say we do all of it for the love of the culture and for love of house, and I do it for the love of my husband because I know he needs that. And that's what a lot of spouses need to understand as well. If your significant other is doing something that they love, they need that mentally. That's their outlet. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you love it or not, you've got to support it some type of way. You've got to let that person know, hey, I'm in your corner. I may not be at the event, but I'm in your corner. And being a DJ and being a DJ's wife is not fun. Nobody wants to go to 3, 4, 5 hour events and it's nothing but nonstop boom, boom, boom music the whole time. So yeah, most wives are like, no, I'm not going. Go do your thing. But if you're that wife, then take care of your husband before you go. Give him a little poo-na-na. Give him a nice
on credit. That shit on credit. You're gonna ask for it later.
You know what? I'm gonna need you to hush.
So Tawanda, would you ever, depending on how much Tony elevates, would you ever say you need somebody else with more networking? Like, would you ever move to the side to let somebody that's been in the business manage Tony? Like, would you ever say, I can't do it, you need somebody else?
I would never say I can't do it, but if there's a certain person that's on a certain level that I know would handle him respectively, yeah, I'll step aside. But they've got to be able to handle him and the brand respectively. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he started this brand, he built this brand. I just came along to complement the brand. But there is no way that I would step aside and allow anyone to come in to tear down the brand, because we've had some snakes in our camp. Trust that. And I've chopped off the heads of many. Like, we've had instances where I've like dang near fought managers at clubs while he's DJing.
See, you need a house mix of Nuck If You Buck.
Thank you. I'm just saying. My theme song. Like I'm telling you, I've had to like check people. Like Tony and I have got into a physical fight with a club owner. We've stumped somebody out before.
All right, man. Look, we don't know about no statutes of limitation now. Why?
But I know
we gonna have to release the transcript if they ask.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. Like I said, what happens behind the scenes. Like, you can go into stuff with the best intentions and doing right, but I promise you, sometimes people will take your kindness for weakness. That is not a saying. Like, I can give you the same energy you give me. I can be the sweetest person, professional. I work for a law firm. So trust me, I know the lingo. I know, you know what I'm saying? Right. But when my baby is in a club, if he's on a stage and I see stuff ain't moving right, you gonna know I see stuff not moving right.
Do you think they don't respect? Do you think they don't respect the brand or the art that makes them disrespect?
I feel like some people just own a club and they don't care enough.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they booked Tony because they think house music is on this wave, or they heard like a house music mix from somebody else, or heard Tony. So they say, I'm gonna book him, but I'm not gonna book him because I don't know what I don't know what my attendance is gonna be. So that's what I'm saying. Do you think they disrespect the brand, or as far as the art, the culture of house music?
All of it. Because right now they want the DJ to be the promoter.
Yeah.
They want you to do everything. Only thing that the club owners want to do is open their door and say, okay, you can come in, I want to hire you to do this party. Okay. That's what you're paying for. And what people don't know is when you deal with house therapy, you get the total package. Tony does all the flyers. We do our own flyers. As you can see, we do our own promotion. Most of it we pay for out of pocket. We get free radio play sometimes because he's on the radio. So there's a way to, around that to do commercials and stuff. We have a DJ friend that I get with, and him and I do commercials together. Like, it's so much to it. So when you
nigga is confessing.
Are y'all having a lot of fun in this chat room without me?
They are. They absolutely are.
Oh, about to fight. Oops. Yeah. Tony,
Tawanda.
You put it out there.
Go to sleep.
People say you can't jump somebody and also be shot.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yes, you can.
That's that I did it, but I ain't do it all the way.
All the way.
They say you won't like me if I'm angry.
Yeah.
Man, I just pulled his hoodie and pulled him on the floor, and then Tony stomped him.
Damn.
I didn't say nothing.
Nah,
All right, that's enough.
Oh,
damn.
I would not be subpoenaed.
I would not be subpoenaed. I would not.
Y'all know how this internet thing works. This thing is forever.
Forever, ever?
Forever, ever.
So Tawanda, what does house music really, truly mean to you as far as the business aspect and the personal aspect?
Personal house music is really therapy. If you really allow yourself to listen to it, vibe to it, feel it, it's almost like some people say like a ministry. You just got to allow yourself to hear something different. And it's okay to hear that different and fall in love with that different. You know what I'm saying? From a business aspect, it sucks. It sucks donkey balls. I'm just saying.
Donkey balls?
It's not, donkey balls. It's not like from the
Who
business
thinks of
part of
donkey
it,
balls?
there's because there's so many moving parts when it comes to the business part of it.
Donkey balls move that much?
You know what?
Metaphors.
I only know about my own balls.
Donkey balls.
But I imagine they pretty right.
Like you've been watching Shrek before this happened? Like where you get donkey balls from? Donkey balls. That must be something they watch on the internet. Donkey balls.
Right.
That's what you got out of it?
You brought it up. We just went with it.
I had a serious question.
Okay, my bad.
Donkey balls.
The business side of it is not that fun because you're dealing with so many moving parts
Donkey
and
balls.
so many personalities and so many attitudes, and you got to deal with promoters and other DJs, stuff like that. It's a lot to it. Yeah. So from the business aspect, I was surprised that it was as grimy as it was.
That's how I feel, Dominique. That's how I feel.
What Dominique say? Oh my God, Dominique.
Tawanda, Tawanda, if we have another returning back, you can read what's on the screen. You don't have to look at your phone.
Right there and see
it was on the screen.
Oh, was it? Oh my bad.
Everything pops up right there.
I'm so used to looking at my phone.
You forget she got the Starship Enterprise over there. She don't know where she's looking.
Yeah,
she got screens everywhere.
Thank you. Like it's just he got it up on the big screen. I'm just and my people's acting the fool up in here.
Well, briefly before we get up out of here with it, like Thursdays be dope. I be listening at work on Thursdays for Tony's live mixes, and y'all be going at it for what, like 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever.
Yeah, on Thursdays.
I've had a couple other DJs we had on the show like hit me up, or like I shared that Tony's going live. Like his joints, they really do. Like I can see Tony be working, but you really be working the internet room.
Oh yeah.
Is it easier to work the internet room than face to face, or vice versa?
Ooh. Um. Ooh. Both of them are pretty hard to do. Like the internet room, I'm at work, so I'm running the My House radio chat room and the Mixcloud chat room simultaneously at the same time and working. So my Thursdays with him playing and me trying to do the chat room and stuff is hard to do. But that's where the house therapy squad comes in. If I'm not there, they will try to keep the room going and conversations going, getting people engaged, to shares and stuff done for me if I can't be there, or if I'm late coming into the room or whatever. Um, in person is pretty much the same thing where, like I said, I have to, when he's on stage playing, I try to work the room. I try to do meet and greets. I try to get a feel for, what people are feeling. Um, One thing that DJs hate, and we all know this, is requests. Like people want to hear certain songs or whatever. Um, I will poll the room and I will ask people what they want to hear. And I do bring Tony requests. I don't do it a lot. I don't do it the whole night, but I try to at least, depending on where he's at in his BPMs, I try to see what the song is. And if he can fit it in, he will fit it in. If not, I do let those people know, okay, where he's at in the set, that song doesn't fit with the BPM. And they, most people be like, oh, okay, I understand. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want people to feel like they're being disrespected or not paid attention to, or whatever the case may be. I still want people to be engaged. I want them on the dance floor, stuff like that. So um when he does his Thursday shows, that's nerve-wracking for me, because like I said, I'm two chat rooms and I'm trying to work at the same time in those, from that 1 to 3 period, and also try to text him and keep him focused as well. Because sometimes he'll get caught up in the chat room and he'd be like, or he'll get caught up in numbers, like how many people, no. And I have to like remind him of that. Stop looking. Don't worry about the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Let me do what I do. You play the records and I'll take care of the promotion. I'll make sure that things are where they need to be. So it took him a while to take his hands off a lot of that stuff. But then
That's the balance. But he should want that as an artist. You should want that free reign to be able to, like you say, concentrate on your craft.
Right.
Be able to trust you to do, the right things from a business aspect. So I salute both of y'all. It can't be easy. It's hard enough just being with somebody these days, to also be doing business, you know what I'm saying? And, I can only go from the outside looking in. Ain't nobody there at 3:00 in the morning where y'all don't want to talk to each other, but y'all make it look good.
Listen, that's why I try to tell people. They're like, oh, I love y'all. Y'all are so da. We are who we are. Trust me, all the time. But, excuse me. But there are times when we do have those moments where it's like, you know what? You need to go to your room and I'm going to go in here. We need a timeout. Because if he's got stuff going on, or he knows he has like an event coming up, like Friday, he's playing downtown in Columbia at the Art Bar. So of course he's like trying to create all these folders and trying to figure out what music, yada, yada, yada. So he turns into a whole different person. I know when there's an event coming up, what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I know he gonna be in tone zone, so I'm gonna let you have that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be over here and play nice and be like, okay, what do you need?
Right.
Do you have this? You need me to pack up that? Do you have your such and such cord? Do you have this? Da da da. What equipment are we taking? Do we need to go look at the space? Like I try to help him
You
out.
ain't nothing. All you do is spin records. You ain't nothing.
That
And
is
we had
hilarious.
that conversation too. Where I told him, like, yo, all you do is play motherfucking records.
No, don't get her started, man. Look, we gonna go into this last call and go ahead and let the people know, Mrs. House Therapy, Tawanda. Let them know where you can find them on the Mixcloud and all of that.
Okay.
You know where his events are, that type of thing.
Okay, so let me do the rundown here. Thursdays from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Why you gotta make me big? I'm already fat. Damn.
Just say what you're saying.
Oh man. Thursday from 1 to 3, he goes on Mixcloud Live and My House Radio Live. The links are always on my page. I'm always sharing them and sending them out to everybody and putting them in groups. He's on 87.9 Heat FM, which is in Charlotte. It's a radio station. He's on there Thursday nights. He does 2 sets. He's done from 8 to 10. He does the R&B and hip hop classics, and then from 10 to 12, he does house music. He's on there. Let's see. This Friday, like I said, he's at the Art Bar in Columbia downtown. He'll be there playing there this Friday. Next week, we'll be in Jersey visiting our Jersey family. Oh yeah. We'll be in Jersey from Wednesday to Saturday. We'll be going to the Black Friday event on November the 25th in Roselle, New Jersey. And if you come out, you might see him play there. Fingers crossed. So we might do a surprise visit there and play there. He's also on the radio at 87.9 Monday through Friday. Now he does an hour mix there. He plays from 2 to 3. So he's pretty much on 87.9 Monday through Friday, 2 to 3, and then Thursday night he has that on lock as well. Let's see what else he does. Good Lord. Like I said, we've got 5 or 6 pages on Facebook. Of course, you can find me at Tawanda Smith-Gray. I am Mrs. House Therapy. And then, of course, Tony Gray. You can also Google us. You can Google DJ Tony Gray. You can Google me under Tawanda Smith-Gray, and you can Google me under I am Mrs. House Therapy, no spaces. So you can find out where he's going to be and what we're doing. And we may not be on anybody's stage all the time, but we're doing something all the time, whether we're out supporting somebody else's event or doing some traveling or whatever. That's always going to be house music related, for the love of house and for the love of Tony. So
all of that is great. If you local to Charlotte, man, look, that's good driving music. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check Tony Gray out, man, on all those platforms. Carolina, what you got for the people?
Donkey balls. Donkey balls.
You wow.
Yeah. As always, networking is superpower. Tony and Tawanda always, show the support. I'm always sharing their stuff. I'm always in their live chat. So if you catch Tony on a Thursday, I'm in the chat. Even if I don't say nothing, I'd be playing the music while I'm at work. This show is about Tawanda and behind house therapy music, behind Tony. Even though we said Tony's name a lot, this was a spotlight on her, on the work behind Tony. Like, what Tony does is an art, and it's great.
Oh, I forgot your interview.
I've always, just the first time I listened to Tony mix, like, that shit was crazy. I think the first time I really listened to Tony mix, Tawanda was there, so it was like live. Everything she talked about the show, she really did about, like, getting people up, dancing. But, sometimes we don't hear about the people behind the artwork. This episode is for the people behind the artwork. You heard the passion in her voice. You heard her stories. There's a lot of laughs in here, which I said there's gonna be a lot of laughs and drinks. But networking superpower, 2 great individuals that came together for a team effort in a brand, and nothing but respect for them.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you one more thing.
Absolutely.
Shout out to DJ George Aiken. Tony will be on Deep House Magazine. He will be interviewed in their December issue. So it'll be at MagCloud, MAG Cloud.com. He gonna put it up. There you go. December issue, Deep House Magazine. Tony Gray will be interviewed. So this will be our first magazine interview. Tony Gray will be interviewed. Woohoo! So
I'll
like I
give
said,
you a kind of salute.
there you go.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, even though we may not be on certain platforms, on certain stages with him playing, we're always making sure that house therapy is in the room, if nothing else. We're in the room. We are supporting the culture, helping move it forward, and doing our part. I just want my husband to get his flowers just like everybody else. He's been in the game for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, just because we live in the South, don't try to, like, how can I say, act like he hasn't contributed to house music from up top. He's from Newark. He was born in Newark. That's where, you know what I'm saying, he started. That's not maybe where he's going to end, but give my husband his respect. Give him his flowers. Put some respect in his name. He's earned it. You see what I'm saying? And people that have dealt with him before me, they may know a different side of my husband, but that person is not there. This is a whole nother person. So get to know him, get to know me, get to know the House Therapy brand for yourself. And you can have laughs with us just like you guys are.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Break bread, talk about donkey balls, whatever.
Whatever
works.
I hope that's the last time I hear that.
Yeah, we're not talking about donkey balls. Donkey balls is over with.
You know, imagery is everything, cousin. I don't need that image.
You don't need that image?
No.
Jay.
But look, this is the bottom of the bottle. It's been the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. Special thanks to Tawanda Gray, Mrs. House Therapy, DJ Tony Gray, your whole team. Hey, look, we hope that y'all get all the success. Y'all doing the work, so it's only a matter of time. We appreciate you. Like I always say, man, in closing, love the ones who love you back and check on that person that you've been thinking about and you hadn't checked on yet.
Absolutely.
Again, until the next time, this is the Bottom of the Bottle Show. Y'all be easy, man. We'll catch y'all next time. We
Thank
gone.
you, everybody.